My name is Jordan Tilley. I live in Glen Rock, Wyoming. I've grown up in Wyoming my whole life, born and raised. And I became passionate about convention estates a few years ago. I testified here when we were all under kind of COVID lockdown. And one thing that I think you guys probably know best is that fear tends to rise, especially during legislative session. We get it in the mail, we see it on ads, Facebook, and that's one thing that is really powerful. There's been great bills that you guys have put out, and I've seen a lot of fear that has come after those. And that's one thing that when you're talking with people about the convention estates, people in opposition show a lot of fear, towards that. And there have been 11,000 proposals for amendments to the Constitution. We have 27. So that means it's 0.2% chance of a amendment or a proposal actually becoming ratified and going through the process. So I feel that the states should take their chance at having that proposal getting together and having a meeting. And I think a lot of fear comes from misunderstanding that there's no power in the convention itself. It's the states getting together and proposing ideas of how we could fix some of these problems. I actually went to Texas last fall and was part of a simulated convention estates. And so we had people from all over the country come. I do not remember exactly how many representative states there were. I want to say it was 40 plus of people coming from different states. And so we ran through a simulation of what a convention of states would look like. And one of my favorite parts was these are regular people, just as you guys are, as you head back home after legislative session is over. You don't stay here in Cheyenne. You go back to your farms, to your jobs, to your family. And that's what it would look like at a convention of states if it were to be called, where it is the state legislators going that are closer to the people, that really know how some of these federal bureaucracies overreach and overstep and really cause harm to the states. In Washington, they might not see that because they live there year round. They might not ever come back, as we've seen with some of our representatives that didn't even live here. And that's who's representing us in Washington. So they don't see the effects of some of these things that we could fix with amendments to the Constitution. So that was one of my favorite parts. And I know that you guys still believe in the process and the system and the Constitution. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here serving us as you guys do. You're not getting rich doing it, So I know you guys believe in the system. So I think we take our shot, join the call for convention, and get together and propose some ideas. Because there were really, that was my second favorite part, was some of the proposals that came up at the simulated conference or convention. Some ideas that you had, somebody might have a little different take on it. And it just kind of sparked activity of, well, this is what our state sees and this is how we've responded, and different ideas, just brainstorming. It was really neat to see. And I know that if we were to call a convention of states, that we would see that same type of brainstorming and collective success. Thank you.